bean. I need that box for Chrysler parts. Yep. I was told these like to break. There we go. So let's just go ahead and break it off. Damn it. And there we go. There we go. Well guys, there's not much else to do other than pulling the crank out of the thing. But the safest place for a crankshaft is in the block. I'm not ready to send this out yet. We're going to pull it out anyway, but it'll be resting in here. Now guys, like I said, the crank looks okay. Number one, which is our culprit cylinder, at bottom dead center and top dead center on the pin of the crank, there is some embedding marks, almost like pitting. There's no groove to it, but we'll take a better look at that on the phone. Whether that's related to this or not, I can't say. The shells look okay. There's some marks on the shells that I caused from hitting on it, because this thing was not wanting to come out, so I had to tap on it. Normally I wasn't thinking at the time. I was like, oh, I want to inspect the bearings. Not that it really matters that much, but the bearings look fine otherwise. The unloaded side looks fine. The loaded side, I guess I can't tell if that was for me. That was likely for me, even though I was using the plastic rubber end of my ratchet to kind of pop down on there. So I couldn't find my piece of wood at the time. So also, something I'm not too happy with is number 6. Now number 6 coming apart, the bearing shells are not happy. And the corresponding pin on the crank is not too happy on the loaded side. Now I can't exactly catch my nail on this, but there's definitely the start of a trench. 2 grooves next to each other. One is slightly more pronounced than the other one, but it looks to me like lack of lubrication. But the rest of the motor looks fine. I don't know what was going on with this particular cylinder. It might have just been a clearance issue at some point, but you never know with an engine this old. Now the shells, obviously, not sure the right terminology for it, but they're a bit broached. They're a bit out of round, which bearing shells aren't perfectly round anyway. But you can see I have the bolts all the way down because the shells don't want to sit in the groove. They just want to pop out. So they're warped or broached a little bit. I can't remember the correct terminology for that, but we'll see if that'll clean up. The cranks are pretty stout. And like I said, I can't even feel it through my glove. It might feel just a little rough, but and this is our thrust bearing main. It's fine to me. Well guys, that about wraps up today's video. The next stop is going to be the machine shop. I did forget to record the bore. I tried a little bit on my phone at a weird angle. I already took the main caps off, so I can't turn the motor over without pulling the crank off, and I don't really have anywhere to set the crank. As I've mentioned, the safest place for the crank is in the block. There's some vertical scratches, of course, as you would expect. It's kind of hard to get my camera to focus at this weird angle and the light blaring right at us, but I would say just from eyeballing it, it would be safest to punch this block out. I don't know if it's ever been punched out before. As far as we know, this is the original motor to the car. So at some point I will take the crank out, turn the block back over, and clean the bores and mic them to give us an idea if this block is a candidate to be rebuilt. Once I do my own inspection and think this block is worth taking to a machine shop as a candidate, of course they'll take it from there. They'll tank it, they'll magnaflux it specifically for number one. But really at this point it's going to be up in the air whether this block is reusable or not. Apparently the biggest you can go is 20 thou over, so that's what we'll be checking for when we measure the block, and I'll probably do that on the next video. So, but until then, guys, thanks for watching.